Right, what we're doing today, we're heading out on a little bit of a stroll, hopefully to get up to Fridaythorpe or around there from Middleton on the Wolds. So let's see if we see anything interesting on the way. Right, we're heading out to Middleton now. Up past what used to be Middleton Whitening Works. Still a big quarry here. The entrance to it. There was a lot of big buildings. There's only that smallish building there now. What used to, I don't know whether they still do, dried peas. But yeah, there's a big quarry over that fence. Right, we're halfway now between Middleton and North Dalton. That's looking back towards Middleton. Just see the converted barn up on the top there. Very nice too. Okay, common sight nowadays, I'm afraid. Ash dieback. Quite a lot of that about, I'm afraid. A nest at the top. Not sure whether it's active or not, but there we go. Just dropping into North Dalton, the place I used to live. It's coming up to the old Star Inn, recently purchased and on with renovating, so that'll be good to have opened up again in the village. North Dalton Pond. Spent many a time around this place. And you got the old school, which is where I used to live, up the top there. A better shot of it there. You wouldn't believe what that looked like when my parents bought it in 78, 79, I think, somewhere around there. It was purchased as a derelict building from the council. If I remember rightly, about £12,000. A lot of time and effort put into restoring that place. Absolute fantastic. What my parents did. Many months, hours, hard work. But it paid off in the end. That's another view of it. That's the view you have coming down from Driffield. And you got the pub down there, just round the bend, and the pond. So there we have the old school and schoolhouse, now known as Weldon House. Right, this is where tarmac's going to turn into a track, thankfully. Going to be nice to walk on. And this little lane here, I used to spend many a time playing about in these barns, now converted into lovely barn conversions. And yeah, just at the top of that lane there is the old school where I spent many happy years. Okay, we've got a long straight here, probably about 1.5 miles. Up to the top there, and just to the left at the top there is Ardenfleets. And that's the direction we want to be going. Across to the right there. Looking back down towards Dalton. Years since I've been on this path. So yeah, it's nice to reminisce. Right, the last time I was up this track, looking across there was literally a ramshackle farm, basically, derelict. And it look, that was demolished. And what looks like has been put in its place is like a grain storage. There's a wagon there. You can see silos, elevators, etc. So yeah, well and truly changed as that. And that's looking back down where we've come, down towards Dalton. Like I said, this is a long straight. It's got to be a mile and a half, mile and 3/4 before we get to this concrete road at the top here. But that's looking back down towards Dalton, North Dalton. Right, we've now got onto the concrete road. That's looking back down that long straight towards North Dalton. That's leading to Summit House, and that grain dryer storage facility. And that down there is Arden Fleets. End of there, come to a T-junction, left to North Dalton, right to water. We're just gonna go up that little turn in there. Okay, I'm just walking down now past Blanche Farm. And that's not changed in all the years I've been coming up here. Right, we've reached a high point now. Normally on a clear day, you can see out across towards Hull beyond that tree there. That's looking back towards North Dalton. We're on the tarmac at the moment. And in that direction is Huggate, about a mile. So we're not doing bad, we're getting there. Okay, we've arrived in Huggate. And just going to show you a new car park that's just been built for people to explore the area, so they want to get using that now. Decent car park is that. So yeah, here we are at Huggate. Right, there's the Wolds in Huggate, the one pub of the village. And I would say this village will be the second highest on the Wolds. Second to Fridaythorpe, I would have thought. Okay, we've walked through Huggate, which is downhill, and then back up this road. See the church there, look. Church spire. And we're heading north out of Huggate, up this road, which according to that leads to Northfield Farm. We're going up the drive, then taking a left. Okay, that part of the route we was on the Wolds way, and we're going to continue along that. I'm just looking at this sign here, which is basically telling us that the farmer is looking out for pests, etc., and treats them accordingly. Fungi, bacteria, or viruses, or even an insect attack. And if they can't, then they have to give the crop some help. As it says, they obviously choose carefully the treatments that control weeds, pests and disease. Okay, we are now at, according to this, Huggate and Holm Dale, which is, yeah, it's quite stunning actually. And just before we got here, I noticed this, look what somebody's planted here. wildwelding.co.uk. Now, me being a welder by trade, it's quite interesting, and yeah, I quite like that. And yeah, give me an idea. Middle of nowhere, that's sat here, so yeah, whether it's there to advertise them or what have you, but there we go, wildwelding.co.uk. We've just come through this gate, and look what's greeting us, this valley. Now, the camera obviously doesn't do this justice as ever. but that's a hell of a steep valley that I've never seen before, because you can't really see it from any roads. So yeah, it's worth the walk. Wonderful. Right, I've just come across these very unusual benches. Different. National Trail stamped on that one. And we've got a poetry point, which is a good idea. Pen and paper in there. Write down your thoughts while you sat here. Can't think of a better place. Wonderful. What a view. Yeah, I think I found my spot. Tucked in there, out of the way. And we've got quite a splendid view across there. That's where we came down, look. Down that track. Onto the bottom. And the path goes along this bottom, I think, on the valley bottom. Up that way to Fridaythorpe. We'll do that in the morning, I think. Right, we've set up camp. First job is to get a brew on, I think. We've got a coffee on the go, and I'm just listening to peace and tranquility. Across there on that hillside there's 4 hares running about, rabbits above there. Wonderful, peace and quiet. It'll make a meal, will that? Just have a bit of rice with it. All good is that. Convenient, obviously. Right, it's 10:30, maybe gone. So I think we're going to get some sleep, and unless anything untoward happens, we'll see what morning brings. Right, it's 3:51. We've got an early dawn. It's 19th of June, so we're nearly at the longest day. So I'm going to get some water on and see if we can see a sunrise. early for sunrise. According to my phone, it's saying 4:29. So I think it's going to be over in that direction somewhere. It's clear enough, so fingers crossed. Let's pan across and show you what we see this morning. Peace and quiet again. That's where we're going to be heading, up the valley, literally 3/4 of a mile. I would have thought we're at Fridaythorpe, which is where we're heading to pick my van up. That's where we were last night. I thought I'd see if I can capture this sound. It's a chaffinch. Don't know whether that's picked up or not. Wonderful. Giving us a good song this morning. Okay, we've dropped the tent and packing up. Can't quite see the sunrise from here, but I might just be able to get it in a second. There we go. Sunrise over Holm Dale. And we're at 5:11 actually here, because it's got to rise quite a way there, because we're down in on the valley side. But shining on that side, look now, just beautiful. Okay, that's what trace we've left. Absolutely nothing, a bit of flat grass, all packed up, ready to go. Okay, I'm walking along the top here, but I think the footpath is actually in the valley bottom, but there's a bit of a track up here as well. It's maybe what sheep have made, but quite a pleasant walk. Back down to where we were. Okay, that's goodbye Holm Dale, and we're now at the top of this dale, and we're just going to go through that gate, which I think leads onto a green lane and into Fridaythorpe. Right, so this is virtually where my walk ends, on Huggate Lane in Fridaythorpe, and this comes out on the A166 on this bend near the telephone box. So I'd like to thank you for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, exploring Holm Dale, somewhere I've never been. Lived in this area virtually all my life and I've never seen that dale before. I've enjoyed it. Thank you.